Yo. Hope y'all had a blessed and prosperous day. I'm not gonna lie, I had a good day today. I just feel so refreshed and just so rejuvenated. So I hope that you kind of get that, or you felt like that today. So that just shows that you blessed. You know, God was able to give you life in your body to where you was able to watch, me read this book. So, but I'm not really gonna say too much. It's currently March 1st. At 10:07, and it's really just nothing but a blessing to be able to go into a new month. January and February are no longer here, so it's like March is just gonna be filled with new opportunities, new visions. I really have a good feeling about March and for the months to come. But let's either here nor there. I already know how we do. 15 minutes on the clock, so let's go ahead and lock in. All right, so picking up from where we left off from yesterday, we're currently in chapter 10, Get the Action Habit, and we're on page 230. And it says, but there's a way to break this habit. Tell yourself, I'm in condition right now to begin. I can't gain a thing by putting it off. I use the get ready time and energy to get things going. What we want more than anything else in our businesses, an executive in a machine tool company said in an address to a group of a couple sales executives, is more people who get sound ideas and then push them through. There is not one job in production and marketing setup that can't be done better, a lot better. I don't want to infer that we're not doing a good job now. We are. But like all progressive companies, we all need new products, new markets, and new and more efficient ways of doing things. We depend on people with initiative. They're the ball carriers on our team. Initiative is a special kind of action. It's doing something worthwhile without being told to do it. It's crazy. My pops used to tell me that all the time. He used to tell me, like, you gotta have that initiative. You gotta have it. Like, it's so crazy. It's doing something worthwhile without being told to do it. The person with initiative has a standing invitation to join the high income brackets in every business and profession. The director of marketing research in a medium-sized drug manufacturing firm told me how he got to be a director of the marketing research. It's a good lesson in the power of initiative. 5 years ago, I got an idea. He told me I was working then as a sort of missionary salesman, calling on wholesalers. I discovered that one thing we lacked was facts about the consumers we wanted to buy our drug line. I talked about the need for market research to everyone here. At first, I got only a few deaf ears because management couldn't see the need for it. I was pretty much obsessed with the idea of marketing research in our company, so I sort of took the bull by the horns. I asked and got permission to prepare a monthly report on facts of drug marketing. I collected information from every source I could find. I kept on with this, and pretty soon management and the other salesmen found themselves really interested in what I was doing. Just 1 year after I started crusading for research, I was relieved of my regular duties and asked to concentrate on developing my ideas. The rest, he continued, was just natural development. Now I've got 2 assistants, a secretary, about 3 times the yearly income I had 5 years ago. Here are 2 special exercises for developing the initiative habit. So number 1, be the crusader. When you see something that you believe ought to be done, pick up the ball and run. A new subdivision not far from where I live was about 2/3 built, with expansion came across almost to a standstill. A few families with the don't care attitude had moved in. This prompted several of the finest families in the area to sell their homes at a loss and move on. As so often happens, the do care families caught the don't care attitude from their don't care neighbors. Everyone, that is, except Harry L. Harry, didn't care. He decided to crusade for a fine neighborhood. Harry began by calling together some friends. He pointed out this subdivision had tremendous potential that something must be done or the area would soon be strictly second-class neighborhood. Harry's enthusiasm and initiative quickly won support. Soon there were clean up the vacant lots project. Garden clubs were organized. A massive tree planting project was started. A playground was built for the youngsters. A community swimming pool was constructed. The don't care families became eager supporters. The whole subdivision took on new life and new sparkle. It's really a pleasure now to drive through that community. It shows what a crusader can do. Do you feel your business should develop a new department, make a new product, or in some other ways expand? Well then, crusade for it. Feel your church needs a new building. Crusade for it. Would you like your children's school to have better equipment? Crusade and get it for them. And you can bank on this. While crusaders may start out as one-man crusaders, if the idea behind the enterprise is good, soon you will have a lot of support. So become an activationalist and crusade. Number 2, be a volunteer. Each of us have been in situations in which we wanted to volunteer for some active, but we didn't. Why? Because of fear. Not fear that we couldn't accomplish the task, but rather fear of what our associates would say. The fear of being laughed at or being called an eager beaver. Accused of bucking for a raise holds many people back. It's natural to want to belong, to be accepted, to have group approval. But ask yourself, which group do I want to have to accept me? The group that laughs because it's secretly jealous, or the group that is making progress by doing things? The right choice is obvious. The volunteer stands out. He receives special attention. Most important of all, he gives himself an opportunity to show he has special ability and ambition by volunteering. By all means, volunteer for those special assignments. Think about the leaders you know in business, the military, and your community. Do they fit the description of an activationalist, or would you say they fit the description of a passivationist? 10 times out of 10, they're activationists, people who do things. The fellow who stands out on the sidelines, who holds off, who is passive, does not lead, but the doer, the fellow who thinks action, finds others who want to follow him. People place confidence in fellows who acts. They naturally assume he knows what he's doing. I've never heard anyone compliment and praised because he doesn't disturb anyone, he doesn't take action, or he waits until he's told what to do. Have you? Grow the action habit. Practice these key points. Number 1, be an activationalist. Be someone who does things. Be a doer, not a don'ter. Donor. Number 2, don't wait until conditions are perfect. They will never be. Expect your future obstacles and difficulties and solve them as they arise. So really, solve them as they go. Don't go into it thinking about the problems. A lot of people focus on the problematic parts of things and not the solution. Don't focus on the problem. Focus on doing it, and you'll figure out the solutions as you go, Number 3, remember, ideas alone won't bring success. Ideas have value only when you act upon them. And number 4, use action to cure fear and gain confidence. Do what you fear and fear disappears. Just try it and see. Number 5, start your mental engine mechanically. Don't wait for the spirit to move you. Take action, dig in, and you move the spirit. Number 6, think in terms of now. Tomorrow, next week, later, and similar words often are synonyms with the failure word, never. Be an I'm starting right now kind of person. Number 7, get down to business. Pronto. Don't waste time getting ready to act. Start acting instead. Number 8, seize the initiative. Be a crusader. Pick up the ball and run. Be a volunteer. Show what you have the ability and ambition to do. Get in gear and go. Chapter 11, how to turn defeat into victory. Social workers and others who work on Skid Row find many differences in age, religious faith, education, and background amongst the tragic souls who have dropped into America's gutters. Some of these citizens are surprisingly young. Others are old. A sprinkling college graduates. A few have essentially no formal education. Some are married, others are not. But the people on Skid Row do have something in common. Each of them is defeated, whipped, and beaten. Each one has encountered situations that conquered him. Each is eager, even anxious, to tell you about the situation that wrecked him, about his own private Waterloo. These situations cover the waterfront of human experiences, from my wife ran out on me to I lost everything I had and had no place to go. I did a couple of things that made me a social outcast, so I came down here. When we moved up from Skid Row, into a domain of Mr. and Mrs. Average America, we see obvious differences in living habits. But again, we discover that Mr. Mediocre gives essentially the same reasons to explain his mediocrity as Mr. Skid Row gave to his complete collapse. Inside, Mr. Mediocre feels defeated. He has unhealed wounds suffered in situations that beat him. Now he is super cautious. He plods along, ducking the thrive of living victoriously, discontented with himself. He feels beaten, but tries to endure the sentence of mediocrity that fate had handed him. He too has surrendered to defeat, but in reasonably clean social accepted why. We climb upstairs into the uncrowded world of success. We again discover people from possible background. We again discover people from every possible background. Corporate executives, leading ministers, government officials, top men in every field, we discover comes from poor homes, rich homes, broken homes, cotton patches, cornfields, and slums. These people who lead every branch of our society has expected who... Hold on, let me finish this right here. It says, these people who had every branch of society had experienced, where was I at? Corporate executives, leading ministers, government officials, top men in every field, we discover come from poor homes, rich homes, broken homes, cotton patches, cornfields, and slums. These people who lead every branch of society have experienced every tough situation you can describe. All right, y'all, we're going to pick up from where we left off. We're going to put the bookmark right here. We're currently on page 236 in chapter 11, which is the last chapter, guys. So you guys, hope you like to read. Hope you have a blessed and prosperous day. And let's get chapter 11 tomorrow.